I am not the best coder in the world. It's been years since I've really coded. I'm using GDevelop to make a game. The game currently is an old one that brother and I used to play called Space War, where you have a guy on the ASWD moving around and then other guy on the arrow keys moving around. You can shoot and you can shoot each other. So right now all that works. Let's see if I can hit the other guy. I'm a little bit off. Get a little bit closer. Not in the line. So right. So then it ends. There's a couple problems with the game, but I'm gonna go big. I said I would take you on the journey of figuring out how to do a thing. So in the game that we used to play, there was a you could don't remember how it worked. You could choose to have the world with some gravity or not, but it just made the game kind of unique. So I'm just gonna add it and then maybe work backwards. So I made this thing called the RedHole. I'm gonna take the RedHole and I'm gonna put it right here in the middle of the screen. And I think it's really small, so let's make it bigger. Did it show up? It doesn't show up. That's interesting. RedHole, let's see what it looks like. Yep, nothing showed up. So let's see what layer I've put it on. It might not be on the correct layer. Let's see. I think if I click on that and then player asteroid, object name. Let's go in and edit it and see object edit, object variables. I think that's on the left. So I got object variables, base layer. So it is on the base layer. Let's see what the player is. Player is properties. It doesn't say. What about an asteroid? Base layer. Okay, so we do want it to be on the base layer, but it's not showing up. I have something right there, but it's definitely not it. So why? It looks like it's correct. So I'm just going to compare an asteroid to it. Base layer 100%. So the width is 51 by 42. Yes, width is fine. Z is so okay. Oh, maybe it's this. The Z-axis is way out. Let's do 3 as well. So it's got a Z-axis. Base layer 100%. It's not flipped. 100%. Okay. Let's bring to the front. No, I didn't do it. So where's the Z? Z went 32. We're gonna take it back to 1. Actually, we said it was 3. Okay, so it's not coming up. Maybe I haven't declared it or something. Let's see. Edit object. Oof, look how big that is. Run a preview, sure. Nope. All right. RedHole tile size 8. So maybe it's the wrong size. I think, actually, let me go back and look at somebody else's. Cancel. Let's go to this guy. And animation. Edit points, edit advanced. Let's do, what kind of behaviors does it have? No variable, no effects, but it does have circle gravity. I think that's what that was. Or it's shaped like a circle. Shape is a circle, density. All right, let me open up mine and compare it. Behaviors, circle, density. Let's change it to 6. Gravity scale. That's what I want to change, but I want it to become its own gravity. Oh, you know what? It's probably falling off the screen right as we start. So let's do apply and then preview. Nope. Okay. Yeah, you're going to struggle along with me. I'm not going to edit this. You're going to see how long it's taking me. So this is 4 minutes in. Let's go for behaviors. Layer, we're at layer 1, that's fine. Offset, radius, offset. Fix rotation. I don't know. It can be put to sleep by engine. Can be put to sleep by engine. I don't know what that means either. Consider it as a bullet. Fixed rotation. I don't know what that means. right, so I do want it to be this shape in the physics behavior is independent from collision. All right, I do want it to be collision. Here, let's do this. Radius. These are pixels. Let's do 8 pixels. Apply. Run. Nope. Actually, I guess I could see if somebody's there. It shouldn't like clip it or anything. No, that's not right. All right. Let's close the group objects. And you know what I could do is, so let me cheat. Okay, so I don't know why that's not showing up, but I do know that the asteroids show up. So what I'm going to do is duplicate an asteroid, boom, and then I'm going to call it RedHole 2. Okay, and then I'm going to go in and I'm going to add some pixel art. Let's see. So it's got different animation. I don't want any of that stuff, but that's okay. So I'm going to edit this guy with pixel art. Hopefully, I'm curious if it'll mess up everything. Add spear sprite. Oh, I don't want to do that. RedHole 2. Let's try it. Edit with pixel. I'm just going to pour in something red. So we're going to pour red on this section. All right, that's it. Save. And let's go back and look at our other, continue editing. Let's see, apply. Okay, so the big asteroid also changed, so I want to undo that. Let's see if I can Control Z that. I can't. So I am going to edit with pixel. It was brown. I don't know what color brown it was. Maybe this brown. Oops. Let's change that. Yep, to that brown. And we're going to pour. Oh, pour. Save. That's not really it. It was a lighter brown. Dang it. So I didn't save it, so I could go back and find it that way. Let's go check this guy out. Edit. And let's see if it will tell me the brown. If I click on it, duplicate this frame, add a new frame. So I should have done something a little bit different. I did that last time to my other one. Current frame. No? How do I sample? Oops. Z. I wonder how I sample that color. Anyway, it's a lighter brown. So let me go back in and do this. Edit. Can I undo? Nope. So we're going to go with a pour. Yeah, that's fine. Whatever. Save. Okay. So it did not like me copying. Yeah, it's fine. Oh, apply. Sure, apply. So I got to go in here and I got to change. I'm going to pull up an asset, see if there's some free assets that I can just grab. Add animation. I tell you what, I am going to make my own. Edit with, I don't want to edit. What that happened last time? Animation is Meteor Brown. RedHole, I changed the name of it. I wonder why it's actually affecting the asset. Well, let's do this. So I did RedHole. This is an asteroid. If I bring it out there, okay, it does show up. So I'm going to get rid of that. This guy does not show up. Yeah, as soon as it gets to here, it goes away. So it looks like I'm making the asteroid incorrectly. I did the pixel art and I pulled it on. Last time that worked. So let's look at the player. What am I doing wrong on that? Physics. Circle, density. RedHole, new image, alias. I already edited it. behavior. And when I did it with this guy, when I did the player, I duplicated it, and then I was able to make a change to it. So I wonder, let's go back to this guy. Oops. Let's go edit object. So I don't want to delete that out. Let's add another one here. Add an animation. Sure. Well, shoot. That's going to add it on the other one, I think. Cancel. It was... So I don't want to change the animation of it. I just want to change what it looks like without affecting the other one. Yeah, this is, like I said, it's a lot of like boringness. I could copy all the behaviors of one and bring it over. I don't think that's the answer. There should be something, I mean, it's something easy that I'm missing. Add object. How about this? I'll just create a new object. Try it again. And let's do, I might have picked the wrong thing. So let's make it a displays an image repeated over an area. Animated object, I don't want animation. So let's do tile. And select an image. I'm going to create a circle. How about that? And then we will fill it full of red. There we go. And we're going to save it as overwrite. Yeah, let's overwrite. Nothing? All right. Save. RedHole 3. Okay, let's see if that works. Apply. Okay, so delete that guy off. It's gone. I'm going to take RedHole and slap him right here. Oh, no, that was the original one. RedHole 3. Apply. RedHole 3. All right, cool. Oops. Put him right there. Okay, so I think when I made him originally, whoa, I want him bigger, not more of them. So let us change that. We're going to go to the sizing over here on the right, and I want to make him about 150. It's not much bigger. 200. Ah, still not bigger. That number must not be what I think it is. So let's change Z's 32. So if it's 32, rotation, no, it's not going to rotate. Let's make this 40. No. Okay. It's there. Let's just leave it as that. I want to give it some physics though. So resolution, instance variables. I don't know, I want to give it gravity. So let's see how we do that. We're going to go over here and edit the behavior and add a behavior. So, all right. I want it to have its own gravity. So gravity scales 1. I think what that's going to do is make it want to drop. Actually, whatever. Let's just hit apply and then preview and see what happens. Yeah. So it makes it want to drop out. We don't want that. So I've got to come up with a gravity system that pulls things in. Oops. In the code. I don't want that. I want this guy's edit object. No, I want to edit the behavior, edit the effects. Okay, so we're going to have to first change its gravity to 0 because we don't want it to go anywhere. Apply. And then we're going to edit the effects. Edit. Here we go. Add a 2D effect. Let's see. How do I do that? The name, effect, type. Outline. Gravity, glitch, glow. Noise, outline. What gravity? Adjust, advanced, ASCII. Ooh, something ASCII. That always makes me happy. Blend, blur, brightness. Wonder if I could add like a pulse. Oh, snap. Oh. Let's do glow. That sounds interesting. Distance, inner, sure. Let's apply that and see what happens. Oh, that's kind of cool. It's glowing. All right. I wonder what happens if we hit it. I don't have anything in there, so does it count as an asteroid or something? I think when you hit it before, you would die. You'd go into the black. Oh, I can move it. So we want to get it stuck. So I got to put it behind so they can't touch it, right? So if it's in front, yeah, he can touch it. So let's do this. Let's move the guy back. Edit object variables. Nope. Let's do properties. Nope. Behaviors. I want to, so the Z, I'm going to put it behind. So let's go -1. That should put it behind the ship. Well, that's going to be a hard one to get through. Oh, my bad. So I should fly over it. Nope, I'm still pushing it. Okay, so it can be pushed, and I don't really want that. That's another problem. So we'll click on this guy. So that didn't matter, so we'll set it back to, I think they said 3 maybe. Base layer 3. Rotation, it's not rotated. Variables. Okay. Set as global object. That actually may work. Right, so basically you see this is a lot of trial and error. I don't really know what I'm doing, but I'm going to get this to work. And I know the problems now. I got it to show up. So this red hole that I made originally, I can just delete it because, confirm, I don't need it. And this second asteroid that I made, I can delete it because I don't need it. I'm left with red hole 3, and of course, now I'm going to turn that. Oh, select image new. Let's just change it to red hole as well. All right, we'll cancel. So I'm just going to change the name, red hole. It's like a black hole, but it's a red hole. Okay. I do want it to be bigger, and I like the pulsing behind it. I think I took that away, didn't I? So the thing that I wanted to do mostly is have gravity. Okay, actually see where this would be a problem. If it's got gravity, then the asteroids will get affected. So could I do, it's not an asteroid then, it is, or not a black hole, it's a magnet that's drawing the ships in. So I guess the original game we had did not have stuff floating around. I don't really remember. Let's go. Actually, you know what? That'd be interesting to see if I can find Space Wars to show you guys. Let's see. Old PC game called Space War 2-player shooting. Oh, yeah, there it is. That's it. Okay, so there were stars, and you shot lasers, and if you hit the planet, you definitely were dead. And there was missiles that could be shot. All right, but at least you get to see what I'm going for. So I'm doing a blend of asteroids with Space Wars, which is probably not what I should be doing, blending them up, but whatever. So I've got a dot in there, and I need it to have some effect. So I suppose it's going to have, dot's going to have effect on the spaceship. So I think in the logic, you'd come over here and do something like one of these. So asteroid splitting. So what happens when a bullet collides with asteroid? So there's other ones like when a player presses a button, it fires. When a player presses a button, it moves. So do we have this happens? Motion tail happens when playing. So I would like to put in there at the beginning of the scene. This happens, and if a player hits an asteroid, right? So I guess what I need to do is come up with some physics. So I need to think on this. What is the physics behind it? If you get too close, that's probably the thing to do. If it gets too close, it draws you in and blows it up. That would be neat. That way, if the planets or the asteroids got pulled in, they would start exploding and launching stuff out. That's ambitious. So the first thing I would need to do is draw them in if they're within a certain radius. So it would be a position. So it would be something like if the condition would be if the asteroid or player got within like a certain distance, so some radius of the center point, then it pulls it in. So that would be the logic I was going for. And I don't know how to do that yet, and I'm going to bore you with the steps, but this is the process. I mean, you saw it took 20 minutes, something like that, just to get the red dot to stay. So it can take a long time, but now I know that I had the wrong object. I picked the wrong thing, picked a tile, picked something else. So it makes some sense. You got to pick the right thing. Okay, I'm going to end that one here. That's the journey. When I come up with something new and I get it all done, I'll come back and show you what I've done.